Hey, what's up, everybody? It's D here, bringing you another review. This time it's going to be the SH Figuarts Doctor Strange from Doctor Strange movie. Um, let's get started. First and foremost, I want to start by saying this is the Japanese version, so it does not have the burning and flame effects. So don't expect to see that. Those flame colors will be different from the normal burning flame effect that you get from the normal release one, or the purple or the blue flame. They're a whole different color. They're more of a yellowish tint, a lighter orange, I should say. But we're going to get into it. I'm just going to review the figure here because I have the Japanese release. So let's get started. First, I want to start by taking off the cape and talking about that. Normally, I would start with the figure itself, but I'm going to wiggle the cape out because it takes a little bit of wiggling. You don't want to damage the figure. But the cape is a three-pronged piece that we normally get, just like we got with Thor, just like we got with Superman, just like we got with the Injustice Batman. So as you can see, it's three pieces. It actually looks really cool because it's the uneven, it's the cloak, the magical cloak that you see in the movie, but you just don't get it the same way you would. I would have preferred a cloth one, especially after giving us one for the Nolan trilogy Batman. Excuse me, I got a little lost in thought there. But this one was kind of announced beforehand, so you kind of have to work around it. And just be careful not to stress the ball joints here. But it does have a nice bit of rotation, even though it is not a cloth cape. You can actually do a little bit with it. You can rotate it, you can bring it down, you can fold it in, you can fold it out. And it has a good, decent, it's light enough that it doesn't weigh the figure back too much. So, yeah. But it's still nice. Would have preferred the cloth one, but really glad with what we got. Now, in terms of the figure here, the first thing I want to do is get into the head sculpt. Mine seems a little soft. Let me see if I can shed some light on this. Nope, can't get the... There we go. Got a good angle. Mine seem a little soft around the face, but for the most part, it definitely does capture Benedict with a beard. It doesn't scream out, oh, it's him with a beard. But the likeness is there, and it's well enough that I am happy with it. Some people may not be, but I am. Same thing on the other head. This one looks a lot more like him than the other one does. This one features an open mouth, a more straightforward, determined look. Meanwhile, the other one is more just kind of, I'm here. That's my face. Now, in terms of articulation on the figure, let's get started. There is no ab crunch visible, but it's there, and it folds forward. Much like Ryu from the Street Fighter using the fighting body, it kind of just uses the upper torso to ab crunch left and right. Now, if you're not careful, this will get really loose, so please be aware of that. Same thing with the waist. It can rotate all the way around with no issues because of that. But I don't have a gripe with that. I actually think that's really cool and gives you a leeway into articulation. Now, it also gives you the joint that kind of rotates in and out like a butterfly joint, but I wouldn't call it a butterfly joint. So you can actually go in and out. There is no, I wouldn't say there's not a bicep swivel because it's hidden inside the ball joint, but there's no visible bicep swivel. The arms are pretty much double jointed. They can go all the way around. You don't have to worry about them not being able to go around because they totally can. So you know that you are in good hands. The collar is actually soft as well, which I thought was really cool. The collar is soft, so it's not hindered by the head doing anything. The neck joint is actually stiff and it stays there. It even has hair sculpted into the back. So if you want to get a custom head done, just know that you don't have to get a haircut. The hair is pretty much sculpted in the back for him. Also, the underskirt. This is actually soft plastic, which I thought was really cool because now you don't have to worry about it being hard plastic or damaging it. You actually can get the legs up with no issue. And it folds in really well. It actually folds out really well, too. So you can actually have him doing weird, dumb stuff if you really wanted to. He can also sit down in vehicles or just sit down in general really well. It folds back into place without an issue. I am really liking the figure. If you have the Marvel Legends, you'll be happy with it. But this one just offers a bit more in terms of the attention to detail. It has the Eye of Agamotto. It's actually sculpted in, so you can't take it off. But for the most part, like I said, you will enjoy the figure. It's really there. As far as ankle pivot, though, it's more along the line of not having a strong ankle pivot simply because it allows for the cape to not bring it down with the weight. It helps balance out the figure. It does have toe pivot, though. So if you do want the ankle pivot, you may want to mod the insides of it. Actually, one ankle of mine actually does have really good pivot and the other one does not. So I could be wrong. It could just be me and my one stiff peg, because the other foot actually is doing a good job of showing me ankle pivot. So you might want to test that person to person. When I pick up the US release, I'm going to test it again on the other one. But yeah, you actually get something I really enjoy about the figures is the overall look is just really done well. Even with my face being a little on the softer side, just standing here and putting him vanilla looks really cool. Looks really dope. Now I'm going to get into the hands and accessories that he comes with, the extra stuff. Now, Doctor Strange, this one actually confuses me a bit, but I'm still happy with it. You get a ton of these relaxed open hands, and I'm assuming that they're done for magic, which I'm totally okay with. So you get these relaxed hands, and actually my light may be a little too bright, so let me fix that. You get these relaxed hands. You get open palmed relaxed hands, which again, I am not against. And then you get these more open hand, but these ones are not relaxed. These ones are more like for force, grabbing, magic, things like that. These are my favorite ones. You get the staple magic hands from Doctor Strange, which I really, really enjoy. These ones are done really, really fun. They're accurate to the movie. They look really nice. Mine has a little bit of paint blotch there, but I'm going to fix that. And then you also get magical hands, and you do get 2 of these, for the large magic circles. Now, the larger magic circles are yellow. I left the protective seal on, so I'm not going to take that off just yet. But the larger magic circles are nice. If you have Kamen Rider Wizard, you know that they have done this before with the Wizard, so it actually works out really well for Doctor Strange. And then you also get a smaller one for the small magic circles. You can actually put it on either hand. So you can do the smaller magic circle here on one hand, and on the opposite hand, you can do the larger one. Also, what you can do is you can pop the ball joint off and put the magic circles behind the hand. Oop, excuse me. So you can actually use the magic circle here like this as well. So you actually can have fun with this overall. There's a lot of room for creativity here that I'm really enjoying on this figure. And overall, I'm just really happy with it. I'm happy that they've done it. I'm happy that Bandai did it. And it was done really well. The only gripe that I can honestly say that I have with the figure is that it did not come with a cloth cape. Otherwise, it's just really dope across the board. So before I even continue to go on, let's do a quick size comparison. Now, because he is an MCU character, I'm going to first off compare to other MCU characters. So this is him next to Wakanda King, Black Panther. This is him next to the Mark 46. Let me just fix those ankles. Ooh, you don't want those ankles to get broken. And where's my Captain America? Oh, here he is. So this is him next to Cap. So as you can see, he's on the smaller side of the MCU stuff. He's actually a tad bit smaller than everyone else, but he still fits in really well. The body is sculpted really well. He's more on the leaner side. I'm a big fan of it. I just think he's a little small, but still overall very happy. I think he'll work in with a bunch of other stuff. Now, in terms of being next to a Kamen Rider, he actually still has height on Kamen Rider Alpha. He still has... He should have height over a Bodycoon. So let's see him next to my Kit Bash Custom. Yeah, has really good height. And I think my light is a little strong on the effect part. So let me just work that up to the back. Sorry about that. This is him next to a generic Marvel Legend, my goon that I have. He's shorter, but still works out pretty well. And this is him. I'm going to compare him next to Magical Punisher like I do everything else. So he's not that small. He just looks small next to the MCU counterparts. And I'm assuming that's because he's leaner. Overall, I'm really happy with the figure. I think that if you didn't pre-order the figure, you probably should now. It's going to be really dope. And with the US release, you'll get the extra flex for flames. So if you missed out, you get some flame effects on the bonus. So as usual, guys, thank you for watching. I always do appreciate it. I really do. And thanks for always watching and learning and using my words to help decide on whether or not you want to buy something. I really do appreciate it. Drink your water. Be good. Do good. Don't forget Magic Bullets. This is actually a really good book. Go read that. Just continue to do good by everybody else, man. Stay out of trouble. All right. Later.